Good morning, class. Today we are going to start with the English literature part. And the first chapter which we are going to study in English literature is P.P. Longstocking. This story is about a girl named P.P. who lives alone with his monkey named Mr. Nilsson. Now, let us go through the story. When P.P. entered Willy Villicula is the name of the house where P.P. lived in. For the first time, it was lovely summer evening. The children next door, the children next door means the neighbors of P.P. were Tommy and Annika were not at home. They had gone to visit their grandmother for a week, and so they had no idea that anybody had moved into the house next door. This means that Tommy and Annika have gone to their grandmother's house. As they have gone to their grandmother's house, they have no idea who will move next door of the house. So, they don't have any idea. On the first day, after they came home again, they stood by the gate. As they came home again, they stood at the gate, looking onto the street. They had no idea that there actually was a playmate so near. They don't have any idea that P.P. lived near to them. They were standing there considering what they should do and wondering whether anything exciting was likely to happen or whether it was going to be one of those dull days when they could not think of anything to play. As they were suffering from those dull days, and they don't know that anything would happen or anything will happen they would play. And just then the gate of Willy Villicula opened. A little girl stepped out. The gate of Willy Villicula, the house of P.P. Gates opened and the little girl stepped out. The little girl was P.P. She was the most remarkable girl Tommy and Annika had ever seen. P.P. was a remarkable girl which Tommy and Annika have ever seen. She was Miss P.P. Longstocking out for her morning walk. Miss P.P. They don't have any idea that she was Miss P.P. Longstocking. This is the way she looked. Now, here's the description of how P.P. looked like. Her hair, the color of the carrot, her hair were of the color of the carrot, that means carrot is of red color, was braided into two tight braids that struck straight out. These are the braids. So, P.P. was having two braids which struck straight out. They were straight. Her nose was the shape of a very small potato and was dotted all over with freckles. Nose was like the shape of the potato. It must be admitted that the mouth under this nose was a very wide one. Wide one means that was a very big mouth with strong white teeth. As she was having the very strong white teeth. Her dress was rather unusual. Rather unusual means that was totally different. P.P. had made it herself. P.P. had made her dress herself. She had meant it to be blue, but there was not quite enough blue cloth. So P.P. had sweet little red pieces on it here and there. As you can see, the dress of P.P. is totally blue, but there are some red pieces which P.P. had sewed into the dress here and there. On her long thin legs, her legs were very thin. She wore a pair of long stockings. Stockings means the type of the socks. One brown and the other black. One was brown in color and the other one was black. She had on a pair of black shoes that were exactly twice as long as her feet. The shoes were as double as her feet. That means her shoes was too long according to her feet. Her father had brought these shoes from her in South in South America so that Pee would have something to grow in too. Her father has brought these shoes for Pee from South America. She loved them and she never wanted to wear any others. Pee loved those shoes a lot and he don't want to wear any other shoes except that one. But the things that made Tommy and Anika open their eyes widest of all was a monkey sitting on the strange girl's shoulder. The all this, the way Pee looks like, doesn't matter Tommy and Anika, but the most important thing which mattered to Tommy and Anika was the monkey which was sitting on the strange girl's shoulder. Strange girl was Pee and the little monkey was sitting on his shoulder. It was a little monkey dressed in blue pants, a yellow jacket and a white straw hat. He was wearing a blue pant, yellow jacket and a white straw hat. Pee walked along the street with one foot on the sidewalk and the other in the gutter. Tommy and Anika watched as long as they could see her. Tommy and Anika kept on watching her as long as they could see her. In a little while she came back and now she was walking backward. As we walked in straight, she was moving backward. That was because she did not want to turn around to get home. When she reached Tommy and Anika gate, she stopped as she was moving backward. So she reached Tommy and Anika's gate and she stopped there. The children looked at each other in silence. They both looked at each other in silence, not speaking a single word. At last Tommy spoke. Why did you move backward? And Tommy asked Pee why did she move backward? Why did I walk backward? Said Pee. Why did I walk backward? Said Pee. Isn't this a free country? She said, is this a free country? Can't a person walk any way she wants to? She told them, isn't this a free country? As the person wants, can move there and here. Let me tell you that in Egypt, everybody walks the way and nobody thinks it's the least bit strange. In Egypt, she says, in Egypt, anybody wants. If anybody wants to move in any way, they move in their direction and they were least bit strange. How do you know? Asked Tommy. You have never been to Egypt, have you? Tommy said to Pee, have you ever been to Egypt? I have never been to Egypt. Indeed, I have. She said, I have never been to Egypt, but then too I have. That's one thing she could be assured. She could be sure of. I have been all over the world and seen many things stranger than many people walking backward. There, the people move backward also. I wondered what have said I had come along walking on my hands the way they do in farthest India. I haven't seen these all things in the India. Now you must be lying, said Tommy. Pee thought a moment. You are right, she said sadly. I am lying. Pee thought that you are right. She said, I am lying. It's wicked to lie, said Anika, who had at last gathered up enough courage to speak. Anika said, it is all wicked to lie. She is, yes, it's wicked to lie, said Pee even more sadly. But I forget it now and then. I have forgotten what I have said. And how can you expect a little child like me to always tell the truth when my mother is an angel and my father is the king of Cannibal Island? She said, how could you expect me to always tell the truth when my mother is an angel? She said, my mother is an angel and the father is the king of the Cannibal Island. And I have sailed on the ocean all my life. She said, I have sailed all my life in the ocean. Then Pee smiled and continued. And let me tell you that in the Congo, there is not a single person who tells the truth. She said in Congo, there is not a single person who tells the truth. They never speak truth. They lie all day long, being at 7 in the morning and keep on until sundown. Means they keep lying from since morning till sun's set. So if I should happen to lie now and then, you must try to excuse me and to remember that it is only because I stayed in Congo a little too long. She says, I am saying all this because I have stayed in Congo for a long time period. We can be friends anyway, can't we? She said, she put her hands in front of them and said, can we be friends? Oh sure, said Tommy, and realized suddenly that this was not going to be one of those dull days. Tommy said and realized suddenly that we will not live on those dull days when we won't have any friends. By the way, would you come and have breakfast with me? Asked Pee-Pee. Pee-Pee said to both Tommy and Anika to come for a breakfast with her. Why not? Said Tommy. Come on, let's go. Tommy said, come on, let's go now. Oh yes, let's, said Anika. Anika also gets ready for the breakfast. But first, I must introduce to you to Mr. Nilsson, said Pee-Pee. The little monkey took off his cap and bowed politely. But first of all, Pee-Pee said to Tommy and Anika that meet my monkey named Mr. Nilsson. And after meeting him, Monkey took off his cap and bowed politely. Bowed politely means he bends to them a little. So, the writer of this story is Astrid Lindgren. This is the writer who have written this story. So, I think you all have understood this story. Go through the story and read it again. Thank you.